Hello everyone, I'm Dominus Orbis, and today I'm going to be doing Packet Tracer 9.3.1.2, the CCNA Skills Integration Challenge. So basically, this is the cumulative test for all of your knowledge for CCNA 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. I highly encourage you to go ahead and take the CCNA exam and move on to the next level, the professional certificate, and go from there. So let's just look at our challenge today. We're going to be doing pretty much frame relay, point-to-point, protocol, NAT, DHCP, static, and default routing, EIGRP, Inter-VLAN Routing, and VLANs, SSH, also port security, switch security, and ACLs. So let's go ahead and get started here. Got the topology. We're going to start with the headquarter here. And it says here that we need to set up the SSH. So password is a class. I always set up the domain name first, which in this case is ccnaskills.com, I believe. And just confirm. Okay. Username is going to be admin. Password admin only. Gonna create the key here. 2048 modulus bits. Change it to Secure Shell version 2. Authentication tries 2. Timeout 60 seconds. Done. Okay. Now we need to go into the line and do transport line 0 through 4. Transport input SSH. Login local. We're just password checking with the local username and authentication password. All right, let's see what do we got next. Configure HQ and V1 with frame relay. Let's look at the topology here. So that's going to be right here. This frame relay is the cloud right here. It's basically a frame relay switch. It's a simulation of the switch, at least. In the real world, you'd have to configure that as well, or your ISP would do it. Okay, so I think we're doing a sub interface here. Let's just look at the IP addressing chart. Yeah, I'm going to do sub interface. So let's go ahead and go into, let's move this up a little bit. Do a no shut, and then do encapsulation frame relay. Okay. I'm going to do interface dot 41. Nope. Why not? Because it has to be point to point. That's what it says right here. Go ahead and give that an IP. The LC is going to be 41. Data link connection identifier. It's like a layer 2 MAC address for WAN connection. And then we actually got to go to the physical interface to change the local management interface to Q9338. Done. Okay. Now we need to go to V1 and set up that interface for Frame Relay. This interface S00. But we should confirm just in case. It's only one, okay, all right. Go ahead and encapsulate a Frame Relay. Elemata Q9338. Done. And then you can always do a show Frame Relay PVC. Status is active for Del C 100. But not for Del C 41. Why? Let's look at this one here. Because Del C 41 is local to the headquarter and it's active. So we're good. And close these out. What do we got next? Now we're going to move on from the headquarter to the internet. PPP with CHAP. Headquarter to the internet. Okay? We're on headquarter now. Without hovering over the interface and packet tracer, how do we figure out which interface is the internet? Well, just do a show IP interface brief. This is the only public IP I see, so that's our interface. There we go. I'm going to look at the show run and see what kind of username we have here. Just an admin. So we're going to need to create a username for the authentication. Which is going to be ISP, password is Cisco, done. Right here, see? That's for the chat. Now we're going to do PAP. Right here, from new B to headquarter. Let's go ahead and create our username. That's going to be the username of the neighboring router. Password again is Cisco. What interface we're going to use? 001. Sent username is going to actually be the local router username. You know what? Did we do a no shutdown on the internet interface? Let's confirm that. History won't let us go back that far. In packet tracer at least. Okay. Gotta do the same thing over here. Set up PPP with PAP authentication. Both passwords here are Cisco. Interface 000 serial. Local router is going to be the same username. Create a username, which is going to be the neighboring routers on the headquarter. Wait a second. clock rate. We got to set the clock rate over here on the headquarter, something we forgot to do. Static and dynamic NAT. Okay. Let's just confirm our settings here on the PAP and the CHAP. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good here. Looks good. Okay, let's move on. Now we're at the NAT stage, dynamic and static NAT. Okay, we're going to go to the headquarter. Create a standard access list called NAT. Going to permit all of the 10.000/8 networks. That's going to be like this. I'm going to create a NAT pool. Let me see here. $29, so 30 is a 2, 48. Need to bind that pool to the access list. No overload. Dynamic, not PAT. Now we're going to do a static IP for the DNS system, which is, I'm sorry, for the www.pka website, which is registered with DNS at 209.165.200.246. Remember that when we're creating our ACLs down at the bottom. So it's going to be IP NAT inside source static. This is the local, and this is the public. There we go. Do your inside outside interfaces. Okay. DHCP on B1, so we can close out headquarter. Go to B1. And what we're going to do, create a pool VLAN 20, exclude the first 10 IP, include the DNS server, and the default router doesn't say what you need to, and configure cells. So VLAN 20, always exclude the addresses within the range first, so they're not allocated within the DHCP pool once you set that up. So here's the DNS server. Default gateway, first IP, done. Cells, and we're going to leave this open once we set up the, right here, the trunking, and these interfaces become designated ports and they start forwarding traffic, then this DHCP client will receive an IP. Okay. Static and default routing. We're back at headquarter now. And default route to the internet, and static route to new LAN B, use X interface as an argument. Okay. Default route to the internet. And a static route, let me see, where did it go? To new LAN B. How do I know what that new VLAN is? Well, just we're already in the show run. It's right here. 10450 is the network. It's the /24. Use the exit interface, it said, as the argument. Okay, looks good. EIGRP, moving right along. Ten four five oh. All right, that's good. HQ and B1, EIGRP, Autonomous System 100, no auto sum. Headquarters should advertise static and default, so we're going to do redistribute static, disable passive interfaces on all the LANs and the internet. Pretty much every WAN connection except for the one connected to B1. Manually summarize, which it already does for you, I guess, in the essence of time. Okay. we're only going to do the one connected to B1, so this one. It doesn't specify a wildcard in the instructions, so we're not going to. No auto summary. There we go. Now we're down here on B1. Same thing. Same network. Got an adjacency already. No auto sum. Passive interface. Give it 0, 0. Once we create the sub interfaces for Inter-VLAN routing, we're going to need to go ahead and configure those as passive interfaces too. We'll come back to that. Manually summarize B1. So only advertises this, which is going to be the summary address of all these VLANs up here. Okay. At the class of B boundary, it looks like. All right. We're going to do that on the serial interface. I believe it's IP summary. Yeah, that's it. 10100. Okay. Moving right along. Inter-VLAN routing. We're back on B1. Native VLAN 99. Configure and activate the LAN interface for inter-VLAN routing. So we're going to be using this VLAN table here. All right, let's do it. If I can type today. Okay. You know what? We need to do the sub interfaces. Sorry about that. I'm trying to do switch commands on a router. Go to the physical interface, do a no shut, then you can create the sub interfaces. Don't forget the command to encapsulate it so that's one trunking. This number here is the actual VLAN with the IP. And just move on down. 99 is the native, so we just need to add one more argument here. There we go. Now we're going to do the switch. Let's read the instructions here. Create and name the VLANs, configure and the port mappings on V1-S2 only. Configure 99 interface and default gateway. Assign the VLANs appropriate access ports, set trunking mode, hard code, no negotiate, disable all unused ports, and assign them into the black hole. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go a little bit out of order here so I can stop this native VLAN mismatch error. Syslog message here. Okay. And we're good. The rest of these ports are going to be access. This is a management IP here. Default gateway. Black hole. Interfaces that are not used. So 1 through 4 is used, 5 is not, 6 is, 7 through 10 is not, 11 is, 12 through 15 is not, 16 is, 17 through 24, and gigabit. I forgot to create the VLAN 999 as a black hole. We need to rename that and shut these guys down. Now that I got my trunking on, I should be able to get a DHCP address on my cells, as you can see right here. here's all the interface shutdown. Okay, looks good. We're almost done here. Port security. On all access ports. Maximum MAC address is 1. Sticky dynamically learn. Violation mode shutdown, which is the default. Okay, almost done here. Access list. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do our EIGRP. Passive interfaces. For those sub-interfaces we created for those VLANs. Two more points. Rules are HQ inbound access list. Allow inbound HTTP to the www.pka server. Only allow established TCP connections from the internet. Only allow inbound ping replies from the internet. Explicitly block every other inbound access. Okay, easy enough. Remember, we're using the host name up here that we statically configured and static NAT. Equal to port number 80. Echo reply. Deny any other traffic, IP based. Now apply them to the correct interfaces. Or interface, I should say. The one connected to the internet. 0010. Okay, everything is working except I forgot to redistribute that static default route under EIGRP under the headquarters. So now we're done. Once again, my name is Dominus Orbis, and I hope this video has been informative, and I want to thank you for viewing.